The sort of final topics that I'd like to talk about is this worship gene that you've mentioned many times, that, you know, we've scattered it throughout the conversation, but really making people aware that what is this worship gene and how can we overcome it?
Scientists discovered that in the human genome, there is a gene that can be turned on. And the problem is we're born with it on, on purpose. Huh. And so this gene gives a person the need or feeling that they need to want to worship something on the outside, not on the inside, not to go internal, but to look, everything is external. And so they started experimenting with this gene. They found it by accident. But when they turn this gene off, the person doesn't have the want or the need to explore exterior worship of anything. The person begins to self-reflect on their own self. And so this gene is what they call an artificial mutation. Now, artificial mutation, that tells you what it is right there. It was done, estimated somewhere around 200,000 years ago. What's interesting is, according to Sumerian tablets, when was Homo sapiens sapien first perfected? About 200,000 years ago, the Adamu, first man. So we're looking at a mutation that happened thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, that was done artificially, not through regular evolutionary processes. So they know that through regular evolution, this can happen according to them, but it would take millions of years, something that we don't have. We haven't been here that long. So it didn't happen that way. That's why they say artificial. Yeah. Someone, something, somebody did this to us. And what did the Anunnaki require of us? The majority of them required us to worship them, pray to them, thank them, bring them offerings. What was this whole offering thing about? The whole offering thing, if you've been to these temples, they have the storehouses for all the offerings. That's the food. These people ain't gonna go hunting. They're not hunting for food. They're not gonna go out there with a bow and arrow and a javelin and kill these rabbits and these cattle. Man, you gotta kill them yourself and bring them the food. And they say, oh, you're blessed, man, you're blessed. Okay, go get out of here. And then they put the food in the storehouse. Then you bring them all the vegetables and all the fruits and everything from your first harvest. They're eating that stuff, man. It was a pimp game, the ultimate pimp game. And so they got people, you know, people today are still doing these sacrifices and all this stuff. That was for food, man. They weren't going to go hunting nowhere. We're going to get them to bring the food. So you're worshiping these people so much that you're going to do anything you can for them. You're going to kill for them. You're going to kill your animals, slaughter your animals. You're going to bring your first harvest, the best of the best. You eat the second or the third worst. Give them the best. And that's how they did it, through the worship gene. Yeah, the ultimate pimp game.
Yeah. And worshiping, I think it also plays out in our interpersonal relationships where we give our power outside to someone. Yeah. And then that all starts a whole dynamic in our relationships as well. It does. And I just wanted to mention that because a huge part of this movement is going to require us to take that power and bring it within ourselves. We have to deactivate it. To deactivate it is difficult because this need or this feeling to want to do that is so strong inside of us, because it is a code and it's a programming code activated in the avatar body. Yeah. You have to begin to realize what's going on with your thoughts. So you have to become the observer of your thoughts and realize that you're not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And then and only then can you break free of the spell of this gene that has you feeling like you want to worship something on the outside. Yeah.